Good morning, everybody. Victor here from beautiful Panama City. I'm with my good bud right here, Josh from Heritage Excursions, and this is actually our third year coming here. We got Brooke's entire family.
We're gonna have a really good trip today. We're kind of specializing in a new thing. We're calling it long range bottom fishing. We've got a little more speed on this boat. There's a little more cost associated with it, but we find you get a better trip, a little more bang for your buck. And we'd like to introduce everybody to our newest addition. This is Trip. He's our deckhand this year.
New guy on the boat.
No more trolling motor, so Trip's doing all the deck work, all the boat scrubbing. He'll take good care of it.
One thing I've always loved about coming up here is seeing the bait barges. You know, everywhere you go, there's a little bit of a different bait operation, whether you're in California or in Florida. They got these floating little barges where you could get your cigar minnows, sardines.
We're gonna get $40 worth of chauffeurs and $120 worth of minnows. We're gonna get our chauffeurs here, or our pinfish. Y'all call them pinfish.
Remember, South Florida people.
Yeah.
Big two guys down that boat is big as fucking idiot. Nice learn, man. They are.
Oh, minnows. How was that ride?
You know how people love to go to Disney World? Disney World's great, clean fun, but you stand in line for 45 minutes here, 45 minutes there to go for like a 10-minute ride. We just went for a 2-hour ride in these comfortable bean bags at 47 miles an hour. It was like the best Disney World ride I ever been on. Stare up at the blue sky and look across this blue world, this blue ocean, and you're like, all your troubles just go away. Wait till the fishing starts. This is gonna be a fishing trip to remember, a fishing trip of a lifetime. I know it.
There we go.
Yeah, so the plan today is we're gonna stop right here, and God willing and the creek don't rise, we're gonna catch our snappers right here. Then we're gonna move off. I got a couple more wrecks in the area we're gonna fish, try and catch some gag groupers. Hopefully that pans out as well. But either way, after that, we're gonna shoot it on offshore, a little bit deeper water, a few miles south of here, and do some scamp fishing.
Okay guys, so we just got to the spot. We're all gearing up. Now, one thing I like to do personally when I come on Josh's boat, I always bring my jigging stuff. You guys know I love jigging. I actually caught my biggest ever grouper, still to this date, with this guy right here. 37 pounds on a jig. So I'm gonna start out by dropping this guy. The rest of the family is gonna drop those cigar minnows and those pinfish you saw earlier.
Alright guys, so we made our run down here, and everyone either has a cigar minnow or a pinfish on.
Brooke, good fish, good fish.
Dropping down. Victor is on already.
Okay, let's see if the jig could be the first fish in the boat. You know, I didn't actually make it to the bottom. He ate it on the sink like Josh was saying. Look at him, he's ripping line right there. Ripping line. Uh-oh, did I get shark? Nope, nope. It's a good fish. Josh says that the bigger snapper will actually be up off the bottom because they're not afraid of anything, and that's exactly what this fish did. I didn't even make it to the bottom. The jig just stopped. And hopefully it's in a big red snapper's mouth right here.
Go down 3 more seconds.
Oh, this is a good fish, Josh.
That's what it's gonna look like.
Oh man,
Y'all be ready.
holy smokes. Did he, oh man. Me too, Victor.
Give them 3 more seconds.
Victor.
guys.
Victor, my fish is big, man.
Yeah?
Oh yeah. I'm telling you, I got a big fish here.
Big boy right here. What I love about these American red snappers, they fight all the way up.
Come on, Mom! Go, Mom, go! You gotta be ready. And Jed's on too!
Let go.
Dad's on, Jed's on, Mom's on. Come on, Fish, you're the only person not on.
This one's about to be got too.
Oh, look at that thing.
Holy moly!
Woo! Come on.
I think we got twins there,
Oh,
guys.
come on.
Come on up, Fisher. You ain't got nothing.
On the way down. Holy mackerel. Woo! Look at those fish.
Look at this. Get you some. Check that out. Not even 2 minutes here. Heritage Excursions putting us on the stud red snapper right here.
Oh, does he?
Fisher's on now.
You're gonna let this one go?
Yep, we're gonna try to find some bigger ones than that.
Really?
Put a rail with you.
Every single person on the boat is hooked up. 10 minutes, and we already caught over 10 snappers. Oh my gosh!
I've been filming for 8 minutes.
They are way high up in the water column. Right there, right there. That's like 40 feet under the boat, guys. Oh my gosh. I think my jig was only down for 3 seconds before I hooked up right underneath the boat. This is insane. They have an incredible bottom fishery here in Panama City. Red grouper, gag grouper, red snapper, vermilions, just all big bottom fish. My red snapper turned into a shark, unfortunately, but I'm gonna try to get him close to the boat.
What we're doing this year is we're doing what's called holding up. So what we did on the first place, I took the boat out of gear, I just let it drift. I figured out which way the wind and the current was pushing the boat, and basically I've just got the bow pointed up into that element, and I'm using the engines and the steering wheel to hold us in place while we fish over the wreck.
Everybody's having a great time. I think every single person's caught 2, 3, 4 big red snapper. Fisher just got an absolute giant, and Bricky's also filming a video. So if you guys want to see her version of this day, you guys can find her channel and video linked below. But we're just basically bouncing around from spot to spot. Josh actually has a big commercial fishing background, so you know this guy's got spots all up and down the Gulf. So every spot's a little different. Some you get red grouper at, some red snapper, some scamp grouper, some you get everything in.
Back in business.
Yep. Just like that. They don't waste any time.
You got
I don't know. Could be a grouper. It's a grouper. Red. There's my chauffeur. Right there. Hate to take it away from him. But my first red grouper of the trip.
Yeah, Jed's got a really good fish on right now.
Oh
I think that might be the biggest thing you hooked all day, Jed.
Not bigger than that shark.
No.
Oh, there's a shark too.
So Jed just caught this beautiful red snapper right here. Unique thing about this fish is you can't keep them all year long. So it's a really special time of year here in the Gulf of Mexico, where Josh runs trips basically from June all the way to about the middle of August for these guys. Some of the best eating fish you guys can get here in Florida. And it's open. We got 2 per person. We got our limit. Going home, the cooler full of delicious red snapper. Trying to get away from those red snapper because we already have our limit. So now we're changing the tactics to scamp grouper.
Oh, got him on! Looks like scamps. That's exactly what we're looking for. That's exactly what that's supposed to look like. Just dead weight.
Oh my gosh, Josh! Ripped the rod out of my hands.
That's how we like it.
I'm hooked up on the jig. Pretty sure Fisher's got one up there too. Let's go, boy. It's darker than a snapper. No, it's a grouper. It's a red grouper. All right. Keep a red grouper on the old jig. Look at how this fish's mohawk is all lit up. That's what I love about red grouper. They got this huge dorsal fin right here. He's putting that up because he feels threatened. Obviously he's in a boat, so he is threatened, but just a real cool looking fish. So this right here is what we're primarily after right now, scamp grouper. We'll take the red grouper all day, but Fisher put this Real nice one in the boat right here. Got an Almaco jack in there as well. Jeez Louise. When they hit the jig, they hit the jig. So I think I got a scamp grouper on. They kind of give up halfway through the fight, and oh my goodness, that's the smallest scamp I ever did catch.
It's a little one.
Probably big enough.
You think?
You only got to be 16 inches.
He's 16, Josh.
Perfect.
Hey, we'll take him. He's a keeper. He's going in the boat, going in the box. So I've dropped the jig now twice. First drop red grouper, second drop scamp grouper. Let's see if we can do third drop gag grouper. I tell you what, there's no better feeling. You're loading up on this little rod right here, and you just get smacked by a fish down there.
Fisher's bringing up a scamp over there.
Nice, Fisher. We got a scamp.
Oh, nice one.
All right. Jig don't lie. So there's 2 scamps and a red grouper on the jig. The old Mustad. This is a stagger bod, and if you guys want to actually save some money on these jigs, you can use my coupon code LANDSHARK. I'll have it linked below. Get yourself 20% off these jigs. They work really good for bottom fish. Caught scamps on them, gag grouper, red grouper, African pompano. The list goes on. Every fish in the ocean eats the jig. So the scamp grouper, this is their signature right here. It almost looks like they're the rockstar grouper, like they're going like that. They got this just big fantail with these 2 little points. Just a very beautiful animal. Good fish, guys, good fish. We just went to a new spot because we got a few shark encounters at the last one. But Brookie pulled up a really nice red grouper. Dang, this is a good fish. This is real stubborn, does not want to leave the bottom, man. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. That was the biggest fish of the day for me. Oh, son, big okogo. I don't even know what I said, but
Whoa, what's that?
I don't know. I'm at a loss for words.
Vic got a bite.
Okay, come on. I'm not losing you this time. This is a good fish, guys. Good fish. Tug of war between Vic and the bottom. Whenever we bottom fish, we really try not to let them get any line until they're up off the bottom so they don't wrap us out on any coral heads or any structure that might be down there. Once you get them off the bottom, you can ease a little bit. It feels real good. This is on the Ocean's Legacy Origin Longfall. Love this rod.
Good one.
Oh, he's in a rock.
Really?
Yep. Did not take long. As soon as I got that jig back down there, on again. Oh boy. This is an awesome. Pretty little guy. One of the many species you catch out here in the Gulf too. You can always tell it's a Almaco jack. You got that real tall dorsal fin right there.
All right, guys, I just caught the 3rd species of grouper of the day. We got scamp grouper, red grouper. We just got our first gag in the boat. And I think this may be my biggest gag I've ever caught. He's going in the cooler with all the rest.
I'm just proud of Brooke. Brooke just pulled up the nicest gag. Well, the only gag of the day. The best grouper of the day. She's doing real good. You whip that grouper's butt, babe.
It whipped my butt too.
No, you got him up quick. I got you a scamp.
Good scamp?
They're very long grouper.
Yeah,
He's legal.
yeah.
Hey, he's legal, he's legal. He's coming home for dinner. Oh, that's one for sure. Yep. Black fin on, baby. Oh my gosh. So we just caught a blackfin, and Josh is like, drop the jig, dude, because where there's one blackfin, there's more. Oh my gosh, this thing is charging. Nice size tuna right here. So blackfin like many other fish, are real big schooling fish. So if you ever see one blackfin, you know there's bound to be others by it. Yeah, man. This is my biggest ever blackfin tuna on a jig. And you guys see I've been fishing it all day. Scamp grouper, red grouper, blackfin tuna, all sorts of stuff. I mean, don't get me wrong, the baits work good too, and that's Josh's primary thing, but there's just so much life here, an abundance of species out here, and that's what I love about fishing with Josh, is you never know what you're gonna catch out here with him. This is our haul for the day. Oh, yeah. Boat full of fish. We got 2 beautiful blackfin tuna, bunch of red grouper, red snapper, limited red snapper, and then to top it all off, a bunch of scamp grouper. Big thank you to Josh.
Yeah, man.
Once again, we're all super tired because we caught so many fish, but well worth it.
Yeah, I think we had a couple of them give out on us kind of there towards the end. But
we're looking at you.
But they still did pretty good. You know, we caught a box full of fish, had a good time, made a lot of memories with our family, and can't ask for anything more than that.
No. So I'm gonna have all of Josh's stuff linked below. One thing I really like about Josh's operation, he's got his gear in check. The boat's always clean. You know, we fish with so many different people, we can kind of see how different operations operate. Josh is spot on with everything. He will make sure you guys have a great time on the water, family friendly. We had 5 bean bags on the way out, on the way in. It was just overall an incredible experience.
Yeah, I don't think I wimped out. I reeled in fish till I couldn't reel them in no more. That's that.
So if you guys are in Panama City and you book Josh, what you gotta do is you come to Tommy's trailer right here, and they got the neatest operation. These guys did 3,600 pounds of fish all by themselves yesterday. And guess what they're using? Dexter knives, baby. They got someone filleting, someone skinning, someone bagging. They'll vacuum seal your fish, freeze them, and you can pick them up. And then that's the cool thing, is you got fish dinners for, you know, weeks to come. One thing I always love about going to Panama City is we bring a lot of fish home. And with that, we get to share it with our friends and family. So me and Brooke have spent the last few hours filleting up some fish, but we also, as you guys saw, visited Tommy, so they vacuum sealed a bunch of fish for us. You guys have seen me talk about this knife a lot lately. This is the Dextreme. So Dexter came out with this line of knives. Unique thing is it's got a dual edge. So you guys see on this side, it's got a serrated edge. On this side is your standard blade. What does snapper have? Big, thick scales. You know, a lot of people struggle with filleting fish like this. Well, with this side of the blade, it makes it really easy to get through scaly fish. So you guys see, effortlessly, I can just get through here. And another nice thing about it is scales, bones are pretty much what's dulling your knife throughout the fillet process. So I can just save the other edge of my blade from getting dull. You guys see how easy it gets through there? Okay, I mean, look at these. These are big, thick scales on a red snapper, and they only get bigger as the fish gets bigger. Now I flip my blade around, okay, rest it on the spine. Now I can do my precision work. All the way to the backbone. Gotta free up this head meat right here. Okay, red snapper, got a thick set of pin bones. I'm gonna break through them, go to the chiropractor. Once I'm through those pin bones, I go on the rib cage, on the other side of the backbone, point the tip of my knife down, continue on that rib cage, tip of my knife down. And one thing, I don't know if I heard it on Instagram or YouTube lately, but someone said, fillet at your own pace, it's not a race. Or, it's not a race, fillet at your own pace. And that's true. I can tell you, my fillets did not look like that when I first started, but it's all about taking the time and really respecting the animal at the end of the day. You know, you want to take as much meat off of that animal because he gave his life for you, so that way you can share his beautiful flesh with your friends and family. Now, you can still use the same knife to skin your fish, but I give you a warning, Remember, you do have this edge on this side, so don't get too close with your fingers. I always line any fish I fillet with the edge of the fillet table. Why is that? If you're out here, look at where my right hand is. I'm not flush. If I'm here, my knife is flush with the edge. It's a big pro tip when filleting any fish. Just like that. Look at that. Oh baby. We're gonna go travel back in time. I'm actually not cooking tonight. What you guys are about to see is our dinner with Josh's mom, his friends, his family. Great recipe, something you guys do not want to miss, so I'll catch you guys there. Check this out. So we're actually at Josh's mom's house. These people, let me tell you something about people in Panama City. They're probably the most hospitable people you'll ever meet. Missy and Sim are gonna be cooking tonight. I'm not cooking, so I get to just sit back, relax, and enjoy.
My friend Becky brought this to Mardi Gras, so from now on, we'll call it Becky Crawfish Dip.
What's in here? Green cheese?
Cream cheese.
So my mom's originally from South Louisiana. My dad was from here, as you know, several generations here since the late 1800s. My dad used to keep his boats in Grand Isle, Louisiana, and that's where he met my mom. My mom actually worked in the fish house there and was in charge of tackle and a lot of other things, but the tackle actually came from Panama City, so she's always had some roots here. 1987, she finally moved over here with my dad, been here ever since. Simeon, my mom's new boyfriend, he's from Louisiana as well, so everything's a little Cajun around here.
Cream and mushroom soup.
It's in everything, isn't it?
Yeah.
And butter. Butter's in everything.
You had me at butter and cream cheese. I don't care what else you put in there.
Little garlic, little green onion. It's gonna be pretty. I made sure they were packaged in Louisiana. I won't buy them if they come from somewhere else, because they don't seem to be as good.
The best crawfish come from Louisiana, right? Tony's.
Tony's goes in everything. You can't go wrong with a little Tony's.
I mean, based on what you put in there, I don't think you can go wrong. Look at that.
Try it out.
Never heard of crawfish dip before today? Let's go into the recipe book.
Josh brought us the spine grouper. Did y'all catch this today?
Yeah, that was caught today. It's one of the red groupers from earlier today. We had Tommy Taylor over at Tails and Scales clean that up for us. So the dish she's about to make is called corn grouper, and it's very special to all of us. So you know my boat's named after Captain Cleve, my great uncle. So back in the day, whenever he first started, they ran what they called snapper smacks. They didn't have ice on board like we do today, so the fish were salted. You didn't have a refrigerator, you didn't have a freezer generator, all that. So you had to make do with what you had, and you know, fishing wasn't exactly a glamorous lifestyle. This is poor folks' food. So you had salted fish, you could carry potatoes, you could carry eggs, they'd keep a while. You had salted bacon, so you made corn grouper. It was something you could eat on board. It's hearty, it sticks with you. And over the years, I mean, it's really good. People finally figured it out. We've ended relationships over this stuff. It is amazing. Growing up, if corn grouper was ready on the boat, everything ceased. Like, we stopped right away and ate. If my dad was making this stuff back in the day, everyone came over. It's an old school fisherman's meal.
So all we're gonna do is boil it, and just to add a little flavor, I'm gonna use some liquid crab boil. And if you know anything about crab boil, a little goes a very long ways. When I say a drop, I mean a drop.
If we had had that fish last night, she would have salted it and patted it dry and put it in the refrigerator and kind of brined it a little bit overnight.
It's basically potato salad with some bacon and some fish. So the fish is cooking. We're gonna go ahead and mix up the eggs and a few other ingredients, and then we'll add the fish later.
How old is that thing?
There's no telling. I probably got beat with this
I
one.
was just gonna say, how many kids you think been beat with that spoon? I was a perfect child in all the years that I was with Granny. She never once beat me that I can remember.
Is he an angel, Lauren?
Most days. Most days.
Don't ask Trip.
Yeah, don't ask Trip.
Don't ask Trip.
All we want is this just to break down and be very flaky, and then we're gonna fold it in once everything's done. It doesn't take long to fold. You must have bacon. I pre-cooked that, good stuff, all of it. Basic potato salad.
Is this true to the
Little
recipe,
Tony's.
Josh?
I mean, I don't know if they had Tony's back then, but I
Surely
like
they
Tony's,
put
so hell
seasoning
yeah.
in it. All right, I'm just gonna fold that in there, and the reason that I didn't put it in earlier is because if I stir it too much, then it's just going to fall apart. So we're just gonna lightly fold it in. I probably could have used a little more fish.
I'll make sure I get a piece of fish right here. That brings me back to my childhood. My family's Slovakian, so I was telling Josh and Missy that our like national dish for Christmas is potato salad and fried fish. So this is kind of like combining the two. Fish and potato salad got a place in there. It really adds a unique flavor to it. And I could I'm living throughout Josh's childhood right now. I could see poor man's food with a rich man's taste right here. That's what it is right there. This man right here, this is Simeon. This is Missy's boyfriend right here. And he is gonna show you guys some crab and corn chowder, right?
That's how we do it. Yeah, just corn and crab chowder. Nothing fancy. Just saute a little bit of onions. We'll get these onions going. It'll take a few minutes. A little flour and water, just kind of basically a little bit of roux. The corn has been cooking. Doesn't take long, probably 10 minutes to really kind of get the corn going. So we'll start half and half. This is whipping cream, which is got the jumbo lump. I want to keep it as large as possible where it doesn't cook down into. Turn that on low and let it simmer, then we can get on.
Yeah. Got red snapper for dinner. Simeon just seasoned it up with some Chef Paul Prudhomme's blackened seasoning. Look at all that snapper. Show us the spread.
All right, we got corn grouper, specialty of Melissa. We got black and red snapper. We got corn and crab chowder, and we'll have French bread. So, kind of simple country meal. That's how we do it.
Oh, look at this.
They do it right in Panama City, don't they?
Look at that. That looks good.
Got to put it on top and got to get a lot.
Well, it was great having someone other than Victor and I cooking for dinner tonight. It was absolutely delicious. Yesterday at the dock, he said that he was looking forward to Victor cooking, but I thoroughly enjoyed everything that you made. Everything was absolutely delicious, so thank you.
2 great days of fishing, and there really is nothing better than eating good food with great people. This trip was a hell of a trip, so.
Thank you so much for having us here. It was awesome.
I thought that, some of it was a little bit, no, I'm just kidding. It was actually really, really good. like I said, I'm just blessed to get the invite, I'm out here just running dolphin tours, running that dog, and I just get to eat fish, so it's a benefit of being a part of Team Heritage, I guess.
Porpoises don't taste that good, do they?
No. Manatee's close though, I'm just kidding.
They don't play around here in Panama City. Everything was incredible, amazing trip. Can't wait to come back again next year.
2 good days of fishing, and then I'm not sure if he said great food with good people or good food with great people, but either one of those is true. I had a good time here in Panama City, and these are good people to spend the day with.
Fun times fishing with new friends. Get to eat with them. Really good food. Old school food.
So I know I beat it to death every time we get to this part of the video where I tell you it's more than just fishing, and I'm going to tell you again. It's more than just fishing. I love to share the stories. I want to tell you where it came from, and I also want you to have a great experience. Don't be afraid to come down here. Give us a call. I want you to share this with your family just like we're doing. Go home. They're going to teach you how to cook all this stuff. Go home. Gather up with your friends. Take it all with you. Have a good time. That's what it's all about. If you want a little history lesson along the way, if you want to learn some tips and tricks, be more than glad to show you. I hope you give us a chance to earn your business. You'll be a friend for life.
Yeah, you can't top that one. So I want to thank you guys so much for watching, and huge shout out to everyone in Panama City. Please check them out. Linked in the description box below. Till the next one. See you.